Okay, check 1, 2, check audio. I believe we should be good. All right, so NQ delivery review for January 27th. We finally hit, let me turn, sorry, I got some feedback coming. We finally hit the daily imbalance with all of these relative equal stacked highs. So we've been looking at this level in particular, 26, 133 and a half. For quite some time, for like the last 2 months now. And we finally broke into there. So hopefully coming into tomorrow, we can either expand out and then be out of this range bound price delivery, because we were sitting in this squeeze here for quite some time. No, it's going to be a matter of, a day or so, hopefully, to get confirmation if this is going to be the case. But nonetheless, very nice delivery today. Something that I think everyone was looking for was these relative equal highs being too clean, and that PD array being engineered ahead of time consistently. So we had this, and this, all of these highs engineered so that we later could take those out while we were squeezing in this range. So today's delivery, I'm going to go down to the 4-hour chart. And essentially what we're looking for the morning was we had a couple gaps here that could have been our POIs. So I had these on the hourly, so I'll refine them down, but I'm just going to show for the review here. So we had these 4-hour gaps. We also had this 4-hour order block that we came into. Now, those were my POIs going into the morning here. So here's our 6 a.m. candle for the 4-hour candle. Come down here, and then we had our POI reversal for longs. Really great price delivery today. So then refining these down to our hourlies. If we wanted to come down here, this could have been a solid move. So like, say for example, if price wanted to have a small run up here, engineer a high, come back down to roughly 50% of that range, tap into this lower hourly POI. This would have been where I would have like really sized on a little bit more, I think, if that were to have happened. And we did have a solid inversion play towards the upside. However, we only needed this top gap today. So the 4-hour gap, I'm going to leave that on there because it's a singular gap. So we had this 4-hour here, but coming into the morning, looking for longs for sure. So we ended up breaking above this high and inversing all of this. So we had this gap here, new week opening gap. We closed aggressively above that. We came down. We used this high as support right here, previous week high, which was nice. And then we're going to go down here to our 15 minutes, see what the sessions did. Overnight, we had a run up, accumulate, then we had our manipulation and our distribution. So perfect play for the morning equity open. And let's just go right down to the 1 minute here. This should be a relatively quick video. This is like the solid play for the day. Everything else kind of chopped around. There was a couple moves in here if you're playing the range for inversion plays, where we come down to 50% of a recent leg, and then you have a long or short. So I'm not really going to go through each one of those. I think in the past I've gone through all of those in other videos, and it's the exact same thing that I've talked about in previous videos. So we're really mainly interested in the move of the day, I think, from now on. But I say that, and then next time I'll go through them. So this is just these videos are just me recapping price action so that I can have a log of my understanding and see how it develops over the years. So, okay, so 9:30 equity open. We end up ripping higher. We do close above, so this could have caught you long. So we had these lows here that were taken out by the 9:30 open. We then trade up, close, inversing this 1 minute gap, but we end up grabbing liquidity and then dumping down to target those data lows from 930. So I shorted down into the POI here. We had our 1 minute inversion here. Go low time frame. So this could be an entry here. I got in on the 32nd time frame. I believe it was just the series of gaps here I was looking for. So essentially the same thing as the 1 minute, got in here, and then we traded up. Unfortunately, I would have been in this move, but I have a bad habit. This is why I seem to be break even, and it's something I'm trying to work on, and it's very difficult emotionally for me to do this. What I do is, say I'm in long here, I will be targeting a 1-to-1, and I think I actually did go to the low here. So a 1-to-1 where I'll take majority of the position off, and then I will move my stop to break even. And that ends up hurting me because I missed the entire move. So I think I need to be doing the proper trade setup where I have a break even at a nearby high. And then because I'm so bullish, especially for this example, targeting these session highs, or even, I think there was, let me go to the 4 hour here. There was these relative equal highs here, and then there was this high here. So targeting those highs would have been a solid move. So like all of these relative equal highs here would have been a solid target for the day overall. But going back down to the 1 minute here. So I was in this move. I managed to capitalize on the short into the move, got a nice 1-to-1, and then I got taken out. As I got taken out, I got back in because the exit becomes the next entry on the right side of the curve. So if this is the left side of the curve, this is the right side of the curve on the internal micro structure of the higher time frame. Or lower time frame. So internal model, market maker buy model. So shorted into here, had our smart money reversal, and then we had our change in the state was technically here. So your low risk buy would have been right here. But I got in on the inversion because that's the model that I'm trying to trade with. And then unfortunately, I did get stopped out. So I had 4 off here and then 1 off down here in profit. I'm still green on the day, like $115 because I'm just trading micros. And I did take 1L. I tried to long this actually right here. I was thinking that we had a manipulation wick, accumulation, manipulation, and I was looking for the distribution. I was just early to the move. So I did end up getting in on this guy. But again, I missed majority of the move. I only got, sorry, let me fix this here. I only got a 1-to-1 off of this. So kind of bittersweet. I was able to capitalize on both shorts and longs. And then we had this move right towards the last macro that I got stopped out on. Well, actually not stopped out on, shooken out of, I should say, because I got scared. Man, trading is emotionally one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do, ever. So I was looking for us to take out these set of lows here as they all made higher lows. I was anticipating there to be some kind of violent move down there. And then we ended up tapping into this order block here to reverse. And then there was also a nice play for longs here. And then the end of the session and then the open, we traded up into the daily POI, it just ripped, which is awesome. So those were the moves for the day. I do have an execution video that I will be drafting up here and posting. I can pull up my TradeZella quickly. I know in the previous video, I actually had pulled it up as well, but I'll pull it up again here. So these are just the stats for today, right? So yes, this is a 1.02 signifying that yes, I am in profit. Doesn't mean that I'm profitable because I haven't been trading that long. So don't construe the data. Technically, this is a profitable account currently. However, I am at a break-even stage, and I'm hoping that I'm on my way out of that into the profitable stage. But suffered through some drawdown, clawed my way out, suffered through some drawdown, clawed my way out. So now we're like basically back to break even. I have $113, I think, dollars in profit on the account. I can actually go back to here. Let me log in here. So we're at, just over 50K. So I was in drawdown and now we're just over the 50K mark on the account. So none of this is financial advice, obviously. Entertainment purposes only. But let's pull TradeZilla back up. Let's go to the calendar. So we took 7 trades today. So some of them were losses, some of them were wins. A couple of them were break-even trades, like this last one I got shook out of, like I had mentioned, for only $3. And then the move happened without me. So I have a bad habit of doing that. We have small wins here. And then this was the long that I had taken. So this was first loss of the day on the equity open, trying to long, and then I got taken out. I shorted into our POI for one contract for a quick $60 trade, and then I ended up getting 5 on for the actual move I was anticipating for. 4 off with 1 runner that got taken out sadly at break even. Had a small loss with 1. Had a break even trade that ended up costing me 90 cents for fees. And then I had one that worked out slightly, really low R. And then this one I was shaken out of. So overall, not the greatest trading, not gonna lie. This was definitely the best setup for the day. So that's kind of the stats that I got going on for this account. And I really wish that I would have not moved my stop to break even, because that is a bad habit of mine. And I'm working on it. I say that and then I do this day, but it's all part of the process, man. I mean, being human it's tough. Being human is tough, unfortunately. But here we are, we're doing this. We're trading. We're only 3 months into prop trading and I'm basically break even. So I can't complain. I'm definitely doing way better than I thought I would be doing. I thought I would just be like ripping red day after red day, but I'm starting to learn more. We're getting more comfortable with trading in general. I have less anxiety during trades. I think I just need to filter out some of the bad habits I'm recognizing, and then also knowing when to hold on to the winners and not move my stops, if that makes sense. So definitely emotions overall have been lessening. I still do get a little bit anxious while I'm in trade, but not nearly as bad as it was the first month I was trading on the prop accounts. So yep, that'll be all for this video. If anyone is watching, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.